Yeah, because I did have a lot of experience with my former jobs, but they were for-profit business plans and much bigger scales. What I found works, even before a business plan, is just to get a simple PowerPoint, like inspire other people about your idea, and then sort of bring the whole plan into like 5 slides. You know, a people plan, a financial plan. You know, just be focused on what you want to do and what you want to achieve, and when you want to achieve it by.
When we really sat down to write what we formally now call our business plan, it was a process of sort of taking a bunch of different things we'd already produced. You know, you may have heard of like something called a case statement. There are all these really, you know, sort of idealized documents, and we had versions of some of those that we'd use to ask people for support. You know, we had to explain our idea, so we had like a 1-pager or a 2-pager. At that point, I think what we were missing is a lot more of the sort of nitty-gritty part of a business plan. And the vision part hasn't really changed that much, but the way that we're doing some of the actual day-to-day has definitely changed. The model that we described in the document was for an organization that we kind of never started running yet, and so the way that we've learned from our day-to-day has definitely changed. In fact, I was telling Danielle before we started that we're now at a moment where we need to use that plan again. We're going in for some more funding to expand, and people are asking for our business plan, and so we're thinking, all right, we have to go back and update this to actually reflect what we're doing now, because even, you know, less than 2 years later, it's already pretty out of date in terms of explaining the really functional parts of what we do. So I think maybe that's my answer.
It's an interesting contrast, I think, between us, because you kind of, I feel like you sort of took on the business plan to kind of, you know, get funders, and it was sort of like a requirement in the process. And I sort of saw it as, you know, you just have to do it in the beginning, and I sort of took a different approach, and we had huge, well, we had 3 plans, kind of types of plans. The first one was like a 5 or 6-pager that had like a people plan, a marketing plan, a financial plan, and a branding plan. And it was grandiose, and it served the purpose to get to the next level. The next level was all these people that really wanted to input, and then it became like a 40-page plan, and it all had your goals, your tactics, how to achieve those goals, and the timeline for every little piece, and it was largely ineffective. So then we kind of gravitated back to kind of a middle ground to do all those, and we use them all the time for not just you know, potential private donors, but grant writing as well.